guys, Christine here. It's that time of year again. It's Booktube-a-thon time. Woo! I know it's really late. Booktube-a-thon starts tomorrow, so without further ado, here's my Booktube-a-thon TBR. My goal is to get through all 7 challenges this year, so I chose 1 book per challenge. So challenge 1 is a book with yellow on the cover. I chose the Spy Goddess series, the first book, Live and Let Shop by Michael P. Sprawlin. Forgive me if that was pronounced incorrectly, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm pretty sure this qualifies for yellow on the cover though. Over a decade ago, I got this book from the library, read it, loved it. So while technically this book is a reread for me, it's been so long that I technically consider it like new. This is the only YA contemporary book I'm going to be reading this year. If you haven't seen my shelves, I don't own a lot of YA contemporary, but I'm hoping to change that. Technically this isn't a full-on YA contemporary, it's got spies, it's got a thriller aspect to it, but I'm gonna call it a YA contemporary anyways. Challenge number 2 is read a book after sunset. For this challenge I'm going to be reading Becca Fitzpatrick's Dangerous Lies. To be honest, I think this is going to be the easiest challenge for me to finish. I have an overnight job, so all I have to do is read the book while I'm on breaks, or if I happen to be on my weekend, I stay up all night anyways, so I'll just read it then. I chose Dangerous Lies because it's a YA thriller, and I thought reading it at night would really set the tone. It should be spooky. It's kind of like watching a scary movie, a horror movie, by yourself in the dark alone at night. I was hoping that it might set the tone for the book and make it a little bit more creepy and hopefully scare me. Challenge number 3, a book you discovered through Booktube. For this challenge I'm going to be reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. If you've watched Katie Tastic's channel, you will know this is her all-time favorite series. She always recommends this series to anybody reading. I heard her mention it a couple times on her channel, and so I decided to check it out, fell in love with the synopsis, and decided to pick it up. And there it's been sitting on my shelf for a long time. So I'm glad Booktubeathon will actually let me get around to this. And this is a YA fantasy. Challenge number 4 is a book by your favorite author. So one of my all-time favorite authors is Sarah J. Maas. I absolutely adore her Throne of Glass series. It's one of my top favorite series of all time. So I'm going to use this chance to read her novella Bind Up, The Assassin's Blade. So when I picked up this book, I heard that you should read it before you read Queen of Shadows, but I actually picked it up after I had read Queen of Shadows, so it kind of sat on the back burner for a while. But I've heard this book, this Bind Up, really enhances your experience of the series, and it gives you a lot of background information on how and why characters act like they do and how they became that way. And I'm really looking forward to it. I really want to dive back into this world, especially since Empire of Storms doesn't come out till the fall. So this will let me get a bit of a taste of being back in the world without actually having to wait so long. Challenge number 5 is a book that's older than you are. For this challenge, I'm going to be reading Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. At 203 years old, I'm pretty sure it's older than I am. I don't really get to read that many classics, or I don't really choose to. I always find some other book that I'm more interested in. I have read a couple of classics, but I've never reviewed them. So I'm going to use Booktubeathon as a chance to at least read and review one classic. And I have read Pride and Prejudice before, so this is a reread, but who doesn't love Pride and Prejudice? Okay, some people don't like Pride and Prejudice, but I love Mr. Darcy, so I'll like rereading this one. Challenge number 6, read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. So for this one, I'm going to be reading The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey and watching the movie, featuring Chloe Grace Moretz. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't very interested in this series when I first found out about it, when I first heard about it. I'm not too big into sci-fi. I had all the experiences I've had with sci-fi books, they haven't been very good, so I was kind of hesitant to pick up this book. But then I saw the movie trailer and I got really interested in it. It looked really good to me, so I decided to pick up the book before I went to see the movie. Never read the book before the movie came out, but now I have the movie to watch as well, so I can read it and watch it and see how they differ. But I do want to read the book first because usually the book's better than the movie, right? So, and challenge number 7, read 7 books. So since I've been doing 1 book per challenge, the 7th challenge is my 7th book. And for that, I've chosen to read My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. My Lady Jane is my most recent book buy, and while I am excited to see their take on the events of Lady Jane Grey, I'm just as excited to read a book that has 3 authors. I want to see how they combined their different writing styles and how it all melds together in one book. I've seen books with co-authors, so 2 authors, but I haven't seen too many books with 3 authors, and I'm really excited to see how it all works out. And this book is supposed to be a hilarious take on Lady Jane Grey's ascendancy to the throne and losing her head after only days. But it has the added element of magical elements, so... And just from the different blurbs I've seen all over Twitter and the internet for this book, it sounds hilarious. And you wouldn't think, this was quite a serious time period, you wouldn't think there was much to laugh about, but it sounds so funny. I cannot wait to read this book. And that's it. That is my base 7 reads for my Booktubeathon TBR. I am hoping to read more than these 7, but personally I'll be happy if I can get through all of these 7 books. I did try to choose a wide range of genres and authors, and a lot of these books have been sitting on my shelf for a while, so I'll be happy to move them from my TBR pile to my read pile. Have you read any of the books that I listed for my Booktubeathon TBR? Let me know down below how you like them. I always love to hear others' opinions. For all the books I've mentioned in this video, I will leave links where you can buy them down below in the description box. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and Facebook, and I'll leave all the links for those in the description box as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me for Booktubeathon 2016. This is Christine signing off. Booyah!